Hey, happy Wednesday everyone. Ooh, I've hiked in quite a ways. Nice island of trees there. This is all old farmland that's being restored to prairie. This is Nature Conservancy land and it's headed towards a lake about a 3/4 of a mile in from where I parked. I've always wanted to fish it, can't get my canoe there. So the little bit of land that the Nature Conservancy has, I'm going to go down and try and fish this lake. Well, there we go. There's the lake down there. I got a steep hill. Okay, getting down to the shore here. A lot of branches in the way for trying to cast out. I did bring some water shoes along. I might put those on, pull up my pants and wade out a little bit so I have some clearance to cast out there. Alright, gotta switch colors on the worm here. So I'm making it weedless. Just like this. Twist it. Go back up in there. You're small. Okay. Action's been slow, and if you could see, there's a lot of algae bloom. So see this, guys? Did you know if you come across a bald eagle feather, you are not allowed to keep it? Federal law. Get up, get up, get up. And the muck. Is he still on there? Is he in that slop? Or did he get off? I can't tell. Oh, he's still on there. Come on. Yeah, mushy mushy guy pan. I know. Oh, I thought you'd be bigger. And I am sinking in the sand. Slowly my feet are getting deeper and deeper. I don't know if you could see down there, there's lots of bluegills in the mix here. Even some perch have come in and given a go at it. You see, they just don't quite commit to it. They're biting that back end. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna catch anything big enough to eat. Okay, I still don't think this is legal. Nope, that is not legal. Look at this beautiful fish. Wow. That is gorgeous. And I got to get the pliers to get this out. Wow, look at the colors. So, just for some size, that's a size 12 shoe. There you go. Oh, come on, come on. Wow, what a hefty one. Come on, come on now. There you go. I'm gonna let him go. He's beautiful, but I'm just not getting enough this size to start keeping him. Gorgeous. Well, hey guys, not the fishing trip I hoped for, but it was still a lot of fun, and I am washing my legs now because all of a sudden I noticed I walked through quite a patch of poison ivy over there. And if you get those oils off within the first 15 minutes, you'll be all right. I've gotten poison ivy really bad in the past, out mushroom hunting, And in fact, I had to go to a doctor and get prednisone, which is a steroid, because I had such a severe reaction and I had it everywhere and my doctor laughed at me. So convenient enough, this weed here, as kids we called it juicy weed because it's real juicy inside, but I think it's called jewel weed. You can take that, crush it, and rub it, and that helps take off the oils. This also works on insect bites like mosquitoes. So, because we're done fishing, I think I'm just going to explore this land and see if I find any hidden gems. So these worn out ravines where the rainwater comes down is a great area to explore the rocks and see interesting things you might find. Take this one here. See that indentation right there? Rocks like this were used by Native Americans. This will be the top part where they would hold down the stick while they used the bow to cause friction to make a fire. I'll try and demonstrate. So this part would go on top, and then they would have the bow that would spin this back and forth. And this way they could put that pressure down without hurting their hands. So when you find a rock like this that has that perfect divot and it's a nice hand-sized piece, this could be a tool of a Native American. Ooh, I'm out of breath. That was a steep climb up. But I'm going through this prairie checking out these wildflowers. Things are starting to bloom. Oh, it smells wonderful in here. There should be more bees. I don't see too many. So exploring with 3 fishing poles in your hand is very tough. But I'm going to try and make it to that wooded island in the middle of this farmer's field. Back in the day, those wooded areas actually are deep pits that the farmer would use to dispose of their trash. I'm going to go see if that's the case. Okay, I'm in this wooded island in the middle of an old farmer's field. This is all Nature Conservancy land now, and they're letting it go back to prairie. But the farmers obviously would avoid this area because it's too steep to grow their crops. But they also would utilize it to back up their trucks and dump their trash. So a lot of time when I explore these areas, I come across, I guess what people would call rusty gold these days. You can find old tin signs and old tin buckets that you might find in an antique store. And I like to go hunting for stuff like that. And this has the feeling that it might have that. I'm not sure. I got to remember where I put my fishing poles. And I got to be fast. I got a date with Mrs. Oons tonight. We're going to go see the Mission Impossible movie. And we're going to go out to eat. So I got to kind of cruise. Look at this. I think this tree got slammed by lightning. And it's all charred in the middle. Look at that. Thanks to the Nature Conservancy for buying up acreage like this and trying to return it to its natural state. I've been supporting the Nature Conservancy since 2010, I believe. I've been a member. And they are my favorite swaths of land to go hang out, get away from it all. Because when I go to a state park, it's just packed with people. And the Nature Conservancy will have hundreds, if not thousands, of acres of land with only enough parking for maybe 3 to 5 vehicles. And that's my kind of place. It doesn't have, maintained trails. You just gotta rough it. And so that thins out the crowd because only so many people are into doing something like that. And I am. See, I'm not following a trail here. I'm gonna look for another animal trail. You may have seen my video I posted recently about, I think it was 9 or 16 acres they tore down the woods by my house, and now they're building homes. Some of the homes are completed already, and my raccoons lived in that woods, and that woods had old growth timber, which is so necessary to raccoons because it has to be big enough to form a tree hollow in it, and then they use that to den in. Not only that, it puts out large amounts of fruit like acorns that can just keep them going year round. So We're good at cutting down and then replanting with little baby trees, but that doesn't do any good to big species. They need large old growth forest and lots of it. But hey, you gotta start somewhere. And so, good work, Nature Conservancy. This is all their land on both sides here, and it's just wonderful to explore. Oh, I forgot to say, Happy Wednesday. Have a good one, guys.